Hey everyone, welcome to VTalk Data. This is Al, your host, and so I'm a senior manager of product tech with Amazon, and I have Wally with me. Hey Wally.
Hi Al, hi everyone. I'm Wali and I'm a software engineer. I'm and aspiring data scientist. I'm interested in finding the data metrics from various data sets. So seasonality, anomaly detection. I love that. Yeah. Today I wanted to speak about autonomous database, which is a hot topic. I feel.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah, let's go. What is autonomous database? I wanted to firstly start with what is autonomous database, and followed by why we need the autonomous database, and I wanted to speak about how it reduces our operational costs, and I wanted to speak about Oracle autonomous database. So, what is autonomous database? So, autonomous database is a cloud-based technology. What it will do? So, it uses machine learning to do the traditional database administrators routine management tasks. So what are all the routine management tasks? Let's say like database tuning, security patches, updates, and backups, right? And there are some more. Yeah, right. So all those routine database management tasks will get automated, and it is a cloud-based database, right? So unlike conventional database, an autonomous database performs all the tasks without any manual intervention, and so it will drastically reduce your human error, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and I want to speak like why we need an autonomous database. So basically, we wanted to bring all our applications into a high available applications. So the database plays a major role because it deals business critical informations, right? So it needs to be always up, right? So that you can say like your application has your high available constraint. So it will satisfy your high available constraint. So impact on uptime, performance, and security, all those things will be reduced when you go for an autonomous database. So let's say like I'll tell you the categories why we need an autonomous database. Let's say like, so the very first thing. So let me speak about the database management perspective. So the security patches, if the database administrator does not apply the security patch on time, your data is your data is not safe, right, at that point. So it needs to be avoided, right? You always need to apply your security patch as soon as it is available. So that is one thing. It is a scenario I'm just mentioning why we need an autonomous database. So this is one of the major scenario, right? So, and let's say like you are dealing with in any business critical application, the data will always grow. Since you wanted to make reports out of it, you wanted to do some anomaly detection out of it, you wanted to do the visualization as well, right? So let's think in that way. Like when the data is growing, so the tuning is much needed. So it is really complex task for a database administrator to do the tuning whenever the data is growing in petabytes or like so basically it will grow. Nowadays it will grow till petabytes. So ask for an DB administrator. So and then like if it is a human error when you do this tuning, so it will make your application down, right? So we need to avoid the downtime of the application even with the planned patches. Okay, planned up, yeah, planned patches, right? So these are all the common scenarios why we need the autonomous database. And then what are all the components of an autonomous database? So let's say like the two major components. So one is autonomous data warehouse, and the next thing is autonomous transaction processing. So when we need to go for which component, so that completely depends on your workload. So let's say like I am going to deal with petabytes of data, and I wanted to I want to create a data mart, and I wanted to do some more detailed data science applications which requires lots of data sets. So I'll just directly go to autonomous database warehouse, right? So and then if I wanted to do some real-time analytics based on my all my data are time-based, so time-based transactions. So I'll directly go for autonomous transaction processing. These are all the two components. So you have to go based on your workload. Yeah. right? So and let me put in some more details about Oracle Autonomous Database. So Oracle Autonomous Database is it is really reducing our operational costs. So how it is reducing our operational costs? Let's say like if you are talking about Oracle Autonomous Database, you can just visualize an autonomous. It is like an autonomous car. So autonomous car capabilities. Let's say I'll say like self-driving and self-repairing, self-securing. So let me go one after the other. So let me talk about self-driving. So self-driving is nothing provisioning. Your provisioning is, it is very easy. So you no need to worry about your provisioning. You don't need to do. It's just a click, single click. So it will be automated provisioning. It will provide you automated provisioning and automated tuning. Let's say like I wanted to scale my resources, like I want to scale the compute, I want to scale the storage. It all based on demand, it will do. So that these are all the self-driving capabilities. There are more, like I'm just covering in a high level. So let's say like self-securing. So how it is self-securing? So it will apply the security patches as soon as and when it is available. So that is something really great. So your data is always safe. So that is one thing which is awesome. And let's say like the self-securing capabilities, let's say it is more important when you are dealing with business critical applications. And one more thing, like I already mentioned, the one more capability is self-repairing. So self-repairing is one of the most important thing, because it will automate your failure detection, failover, and repair. So if it is if it is doing these process automated, so how you are getting benefit out of it? So whenever you are dealing with errors, failover, let's say like so there is no standby time. So there will be zero data loss when you do this kind of things, and you'll always say your applications are give you high availability. So, and I read an interesting thing, like the Autonomous Database is providing you high availability even for the planned your uptake, planned pages. So I read like it was less than 2.5 minutes every month. So your data is that much highly available.
That's
So
cool.
it is, yeah.
So does it
That is some.
go down, like you take down the database and apply the patches, or it's like a running application? Like
It is running, like it is ongoing. You will have your instance up, DB instance up. You will have a whenever there is a failover, like it will automatically bring another instance up by the time of fixing it, and it will apply the patches whenever, as and when it is available. So always you won't feel what is going on, but it will automatically bring you a DB instance always up. So it will
that
it
is
will do
perfect.
everything in the backend, and it is an automated process.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, these are all the which means I just mentioned in the high level, but there are more, and it is very interesting. I may cover in the next upcoming sessions, but it was really interesting. Autonomous database, really.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, right? So pretty much everything is automated, so you don't really have to do any kind of manual activity, and there is no tuning involved, no backing up, no patching
Yeah,
involved. So this saves a lot of work, right? So that's awesome. The idea of overall automation, I kind of like it. I love the idea. That's really
yeah,
nice. Awesome. So
yeah.
cool. So I don't think I have any questions at all. So pretty much, that was super clear. So whatever you explained. And so yeah, I don't have anything else. Let's call it a wrap.
Yeah.
And thanks for explaining it. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for
Thank
listening,
you.
guys. And thanks for
Thank
the
you.
audience too.
Bye.
Bye bye.